by taking another example. All right. Which is another example, try to concentrate. Now we are actually dealing with foreign currencies. Which are these foreign currencies? Say US dollar. We have purchased $100 3 months from now. We have purchased $100 3 months from now at the rate of rupees 70 per dollar. Try to concentrate. Who has purchased, say, X Limited? Which two parties are involved? X Limited, say a bank or foreign exchange dealer. Let us, for the purpose of making it easy, let us keep it bank. Is it all right? What is the contract? X Limited will be paying $100 multiplied by 70, that is 7,000 rupees to bank, and bank will be giving $100 to X Limited. All right, Aman, can you help me out? After how many months this all things will happen, or it will happen today?
After 3 months.
After 3 months. When the delivery will be made of $100?
After 3 months.
And when the payment will be made by X Limited to bank, 7,000 rupees?
After 3 months.
When this contract is entered?
Today.
This contract is entered today. Contract is made or entered. This contract is nothing but a forward contract. All right. After 3 months, the market price is rupees 75 per dollar. This is after 3 months. Is it all right? Again, try to understand that two concepts: settlement by delivery, settlement by difference. Let me do this. Settlement by delivery. Try to concentrate what will happen. There are two parties, X Limited Bank. X Limited will give 7,000 rupees to bank, and bank will give $100. Aman, you are on the line. Can you tell me it will be 7,000 rupees or 7,500 rupees? Because now the rate is 75 per dollar.
7,000 rupees.
Why not 7,500?
Because the contract has already been made.
Contract has already been made. This is a compulsory contract, and you need to follow this rate, that is 70 rupees. Good. This is settlement by delivery. Sorry. Try to concentrate. Another option is settlement by difference, and please try to understand, if the settlement is done by delivery, there is nothing regarding settlement by differences. If you want, you can make settlement by differences. 90% of transaction in futures or in forwards are settled through differences. All right, try to concentrate. Here there are two parties, X Limited and bank. We are X Limited, so we are concerned for only us. Is it all right? Believe me, in this case, if there is a settlement by differences, first I am teaching you how to find it out. Then I'll prove it that it is absolutely all right. Is it all right? In settlement by differences, bank will not give me $100. If I want $100, I'll have to purchase it from market. Is it all right? But when I entered the contract, I purchased dollar. Why I would be purchasing dollar? Why Balaji Wafer would be purchasing potatoes? Because we are bullish. We feel that market price in future is going to increase, and as it is going to increase, it will be costlier for us. So let us book this price of 70 rupees. That is our thought process, and so we have entered into this type of contract and we are bullish. We feel that market will be above 70. All right. Market is 75. So even market is bullish. See, I was bullish, market is bullish. I will be getting money from the bank. I will be getting money from the bank. How much money I will be getting on money from the bank? The base amount is $100. Is it all right? Multiplied by, what was the market price? 75 minus 70. That is 5 rupees per dollar, and this total will be 500 rupees. Who will give to whom? Bank will give to X Limited, and that is all. Neither 7,000 rupees will be transferred, neither $100 will be transferred. Now X Limited is happy, bank is happy. Is it all right? Try to concentrate. Someone of you might ask me, sir, why X Limited will accept this? X Limited has purchased $100, they want $100. Is it all right? What X Limited will do is this. X Limited will purchase $100 from the market. Sorry. At what rate it will be available? 70 rupees. No. In market, it is not available at 70 rupees. In market, it is available at 75 rupees. Is it all right? So, they will pay 7,500 rupees will be paid for purchasing $100. All right. But what they have already received from forward, ₹500 is received. If this is paid and this is received, this will be subtracted, and net paid for purchase of $100 is 7,000 rupees. That's all right. My question is to Drashti. Drashti, will you accept this 500 rupees instead of this? You are at profit or loss, or it does not make any difference whether you do settlement by difference or whether you do settlement by delivery.
Settlement by difference will be profitable.
Difference will be
Profitable.
why?
In that amount, we are getting the difference. So,
All right. In this case, this is settlement by delivery, right?
yes,
Net what you are getting, Drashti, can you tell me what you are getting in the contract?
7,000.
$100. And what you are paying?
7,000.
7,000. And what you are getting is $100. If you do settlement by difference, how much money you are getting right now on this page?
500 rupees.
500 rupees you are receiving? Is it all right?
Yeah.
Are you getting $100 or not? Yes or no?
No.
No. Is it all right? So your concept is absolutely clear. You will not be getting $100 if you are getting this 500 rupees. So, all right. Now you are an importer. You need to pay this $100 to someone. So you need to purchase $100 from the market. This is second page. Is it all right? In market, it is available at what rate? 7,500. Now you will not be getting at 7,000. Now you will have to pay 7,500 because you are not getting it from contract. You are getting it from market. All right. So what you are paying it to market? 7,500. What you have received in contract this money? 500. What is your net cost for purchasing $100? Is 7,000. In this case, also it was 7,000. You were getting $100 and you were getting 7,000. You needed to pay 7,000 rupees. In this case, also your net cost is 7,000 and you are purchasing $100. Will you change the answer or will you keep it same? The difference is more profitable?
No, there will be no difference whether by settlement.
Yes.
There will be no difference if we are doing settlement by difference or by delivery.
Exactly. And you are on the exactly right track. Believe me, there can be an option in settlement only if it does not make any difference. If it makes any difference, if it was profitable for us, bank would never agree with a settlement by differences. If it was a loss making for us, we will never agree with settlement by differences. That's right. It is always indifferent. First and last time we are doing it for bank. Let me do it for bank. It was going to give $100. It was going to receive 7,000 rupees. It was going to receive 7,000 rupees. Is it right? Now what bank will do? It will sell $100 in market at the 75. So it will be getting 7,500 rupees. It has paid in forward. It need to pay 500 rupees. What is net received by bank? 7,000 rupees. What bank has given? $100. Or what bank has sold? $100. Is it right? See, in this also, bank was selling $100 at the rate of 7,000. If settlement is by differences, then also bank can sell $100 at net 7,000 rupees. How? 7,500 they will be getting from market, 500 they need to pay in the contract. Net what they will receive is 7,000. So it is indifferent for bank also. It is indifferent for X Limited also. So settlement by differences works. Is it all right? You will tell me, sir, this is extremely easy. Why a new concept? All right, I'll tell you the reason. Actually, in practical life, the settlement is done by difference. This is one reason. Another, I want it from you. Why people do settlement by differences rather than settlement by delivery? Any student can tell me. No one? Alright. Try to understand this. In previous example, it was potatoes. There were two parties, farmers and Balaji Wafers. Say farmer is situated in Bhavnagar and Balaji Wafer is situated in Rajkot. They will have to actually deliver the potatoes from Bhavnagar to Rajkot. The payment will be transferred from Rajkot to Bhavnagar. But potatoes are real things. They need to transfer from one place to another. If the settlement is done by delivery, if the settlement is done by differences, nothing is to be done. Only one party will pay a difference amount to another party. That's it. Nothing else is to be done. Transportation cost will be saved. Is it all right? So you need to understand settlement by differences is having its own benefits. Say, I'll tell you, my neighbor is trading in copper. He purchases futures and forwards of copper. Never in the lifetime he has actually taken delivery of copper. It is not even permissible. If you purchase a futures of copper, you will never be getting settlement by delivery. The settlement will be done always by differences. Is it all right? Say if he purchases 1 metric ton of copper and he is actually getting the delivery of 1 metric ton of copper, what he will do with copper? He is just speculating. He is just gambling in futures. Is it all right? So in all the cases, the settlement will be done by differences. Is it all right? Let me even teach you settlement by differences. So from now onwards, we'll not be doing settlement by delivery. We'll be doing settlement by differences. Sorry. I have sold $1 lakh after 3 months at the rate of rupees 80 per dollar. To whom I have sold? I have sold it to bank. All right. Just a question that we have not discussed, but at this level, believe me, you can answer me. If I have sold $1 lakh after 3 months, am I importer or exporter? Incorrect answer is absolutely all right. Huh? You just need to give me the answer. Are you importer or exporter? Abhishek, can you tell me?
No idea.
All right, Bhavya?
Sir, just one thing.
I've taught you probability, right? When there are only 2 answers, you should give one. There are 50% chances that you will be correct.
Sir, means we are selling dollars, so we are importer, means we have to pay.
All right. So you are importer. All right. The answer is incorrect, but credit should be given for trying. All right. If you are selling $1 lakh after 3 months, means you are going to get $1 lakh after 3 months. All right. What does it mean? You have sold goods of $1 lakh in USA on credit, and you have given credit period of 3 months. So when your customer will be paying you after 3 months, how much money he will be paying you? $1 lakh. So you will be getting $1 lakh after 3 months, which you have sold. So I am exporter. All right, there are 2 people, importer and exporter, practically in business. So you are an exporter, then only you will be selling your $1 lakh. That's all right. Let me go to another person, Darshita.
Yes, sir.
You are going to get $1 lakh after 3 months. Is it all right? Why to sell it today?
Because the exchange rate will increase probably in after 3 months.
Exactly. You feel that exchange rate is going to increase or decrease?
Increase.
Once again?
Increasing.
Increase.
Yes.
See, if you feel, see, this is trial and error, all of you should try. Huh? If you feel that exchange rate is going to become 90 rupees per dollar, believe me, you will never enter into this contract. Why? Then after 3 months, if price actually becomes 90 rupees per dollar, you will be getting $1 lakh from your customer because you are exporter. You are going to get $1 lakh. You will be selling after 3 months at 90 rupees. How much money you will be getting? 90 lakhs rupees. Same, Darshita.
Yes.
Can you tell me, if you had entered into the forward contract, how much money you will be getting? Had you entered into forward contract, how much money you will be getting? $1 lakh?
Yes.
And you have entered into this contract. Is this rate fixed?
For now it is 80.
It is for now it is fixed. It is a contract made today. All right. Now it is fixed. So in future, if price increases, I will have to sell it at 90 rupees or compulsorily 80 rupees.
Compulsory at 80 rupees.
Compulsorily 80 rupees. It is a fixed contract. Today I am deciding price. So had I entered into contract, I would be getting only 80 lakhs rupees from bank. Alright. What I will be getting is $1 lakh. But had I entered into forward contract, I would be getting 80 lakhs rupees. And as per you, if the price is going to increase, you are going to get 90 lakhs rupees. Is it alright? So when I will enter into this type of contract, try to concentrate. I'll enter into this type of contract only when I feel or I believe that price is going to reduce. The price is going to reduce. Is it alright? Why? I am going to get $1 lakh. If the price becomes 70 in my pocket, I will be getting 70 lakhs rupees. If the price becomes 60 in my pocket, I will be getting 60 lakhs rupees. If I enter into this forward contract, 110% I am going to get 80 lakhs rupees because this contract is compulsory on my part also and on bank's part also. But yes, if the price becomes 100, then also I will be getting how much rupees? 80 lakhs rupees. Is it alright? So if I feel that price is going to decrease and so I enter into this particular contract. Believe me, this part is not important right now. It will be given in the question whether you have sold or purchased. No one will ask you why. But I am explaining you this type of contract is entered into by exporters and whose risk is that price will decrease. And hence this type of persons are bearish. They feel that price is going to decrease. Alright, let me write down on another page. I sold $1 lakh at the rate of rupees 80 per dollar after 3 months. Let me test Darshita whether you are knowing it or not. This contract is entered when?
Today.
I can sell $1 lakh after what period?
After no, I'm selling right now, but I will get no, I will sell after 3 months.
I will be giving after 3 months and he will be also paying me after 3 months. I will be getting 80 lakhs rupees after 3 months and I will be giving him $1 lakh. I am in India. How I will be giving $1 lakh? I am an exporter and I might be receiving that $1 lakh after 3 months. Is it alright? As I told you, I am bearish. Alright. Try to concentrate. After 3 months, situation number 1, the price of dollar becomes 90 rupees per dollar. Please try to concentrate. I am doing settlement, but not by delivery, by difference. Settlement by delivery is very easy. I need to give $1 lakh on maturity, that is sell $1 lakh on maturity at the rate of rupees 80. Settlement by differences is somewhat difficult. There are two parties, I and bank. Sorry. Now try to concentrate bullish bearish method. I was bearish in 80. What does it mean? I was feeling that price is going to go below 80 and I don't want to take that risk. Is it alright? Market is bullish. See, if I was bearish, market is bullish, I was not right, I will have to pay money to the bank. How much? Once again, $1 lakh is the base. Is it alright? How much I need to pay? Difference between this two, 90 minus 80. 10 multiplied by 1 lakh rupees is 10 lakhs. Once I give this 10 lakhs rupees to bank, I am free from this contract. Now neither I will have to give 1 lakh dollar to bank, neither bank will give me 80 lakhs rupees. The contract is absolutely settled and it is settled by differences. And in previous example, I have explained you that it is indifferent whether the settlement is done through difference or by delivery. Point is, sir, if I had not got this 1 lakh dollar from my customer, say customer did bad debt, customer defaulted, then also I need to pay this 10 lakhs rupees because this is a contract which is entered with Indian bank. Number 2, situation number 2. The price of dollar is 100 rupees per dollar. Compared with 80. Now this is situation 2, so it is OR. Huh? Any one student can help. Kishan?
Sir, 20 rupees is increasing exchange rate.
My question is, market is bullish or market is bearish?
Bullish.
Market is
Bullish.
bullish. I was bearish or I was bullish?
I was bearish.
I was bearish. So I will pay or I will receive?
You will pay.
I will pay. Can you help me how much?
1 lakh dollar into 100 minus 80.
Exactly. Good. And this will be 20 lakhs. Sorry. I think it is becoming clear, and let me take situation number 3. The price of the dollars, these are our situations. Huh? The price cannot be 90 and 100 simultaneously. It becomes 50 rupees per dollar. Alright. Hitarth.
Yes, sir.
Market is bullish or market is bearish?
Bearish.
Market is bearish. There are two parties, I and bank. We are concentrating only on I. I was bullish or I is bearish?
Bearish.
I is bearish, market is bearish. I will be receiving money or I will be paying money?
Receiving the money.
Receiving money. So bank will pay to I.
Yes.
Can you help me out? How much? Because I have not taught you this.
30 lakhs.
It is 1 lakh dollar into 80 minus 50. Good. It will be 30 lakhs rupees bank will pay to me. Start it. Can you help me out, Hitarth? Do I need to now sell 1 lakh dollar to the bank?
No, sir.
No. The contract is settled and it is settled through difference. The contract is settled and it is settled through difference. Is it all right? Last example of settlement of contract, forward contract by differences. Here, I have purchased 1 lakh pound at the rate of rupees 100 per pound after 3 months. Situation number 1. Let me go fast. Bhavya, you had given incorrect answer. Let me go to you. Whether this person will be importer or exporter?
Sir, importer.
If this person is exporter, this person should be importer. Is it all right?
Yes.
And can you explain me logic?
Sir, he is purchasing 1 lakh pounds so that he has to pay.
Exactly. If I am purchasing, say if I am purchasing this pen, I need to give it to someone. If I am purchasing pound, I need to pay it to someone. If I need to pay it to someone, I might have purchased from foreign country, that is UK. And ultimately, I am an importer. So importer, to hedge their risk, enters into this type of contract. So that if this exchange difference increases, they will not be at more loss in the terms of rupees. So they enter into this type of contract. Sorry. Situation number 1. If market price of pound after 3 months, situation number 1 is 120 rupees per dollar. Now, first thing is to be understood is whether I am bullish or I am bearish. I am bullish. Try to understand why. I am confirming that I will be purchasing 1 lakh pound at the rate of rupees 100. That is, I will be paying 1 crore rupees. Is it alright? To purchase this pound, I will be paying 1 crore rupees. Why I am fixing the price of 1 crore? Because I feel that this 100 is going to become 120 or 130. Then I need to pay 1.3 crore or 1.2 crore in that particular case. I want to avoid that. So I am bullish in nature. Sorry. Yes, I will be going one by one. Who has not given the answer? Aman. Once again repeat, I am bullish or I am bearish.
I is bullish.
Alright. Market.
Market is also bullish.
Market is bullish. 100 to 120. Market is bullish. Now I am not writing even bank's name. That's alright. I am writing only for I. I will be getting money in settlement by differences, or I'll have to pay the money.
I will be
Getting money. Why getting money? Try to understand the money. I am bullish, market is bullish. I'll be getting money. I am bearish, market is bearish. I will be getting money. I am bullish, market is bearish. I'll have to pay the money. I am bearish, market is bullish. I'll have to pay the money. If my forecasting was correct, right, then I'll be getting money. If it was not correct, I'll have to pay the money. Once again, Aman, I will be getting money or I'll have to pay the money.
getting money.
Can you explain me how much? 1 lakh pound
pound into 120
Yes.
minus 100.
minus
100.
that will be 20 lakhs rupees. This is rupees per pound. So pound will get cancelled and it is 20 lakhs rupees. Sorry. Situation number 2. If the market price is 70 rupees per pound, it is not dollars, they are pounds. If the market price is 70 per pound, is it alright? Abhishek,
Yes, sir.
market is bullish or market is bearish?
Bearish.
Market is bearish. I was bullish or I was bearish?
I was bullish.
I will pay the money or I will receive the money?
I will pay.
I will pay the money. How much can you help me out?
1 lakh into 100 minus 70.
And that will be nothing but 30 lakhs. Counterparty might be bank, might be foreign exchange dealer. It does not make any difference. Is it alright? So practically, either you will be purchasing dollars or pounds, or you will be selling dollar or pounds. If you are purchasing dollar, you are bullish. If you are selling dollar, you are. And other logics being clear, this is all for forward contract settlement by differences. What we'll be doing is we will be actually learning accountancy of this forward contract. Is it alright? Now, forward contract can be entered for two purposes. For hedging. Hedging practically is reducing the risk or nullifying the risk. And for gambling. See, ultimately, if my forecast is correct, I am getting rupees. So I just want to gamble that okay, it is going to increase or it is going to decrease. Is it alright? You can gamble. If you are hedging, it is termed as non-speculative transaction. If you are gambling, they are termed as speculative. Speculative basically means more risky. Ultimately, it is gambling. Is it all? Speculative transactions. Why I am teaching you this? Because the intention, the accounting treatment under both the cases is different. If your intention is gambling, your accounting treatment will be different. If your intention is not of gambling, then your accounting treatment will be different. Is it all? Non-speculative transaction. Up till now, which all examples I have given of importer and exporter, they are always hedging. Importer, exporter, they are always hedging. Is it all right? Normal persons or any person can gamble. Is it all right? Next is accounting treatment of non-speculative forward. Start it. Try to concentrate. What will be accounting treatment in non-speculative forward contract? First, try to understand this example. On 2nd February 2021, I have entered into purchase of $1 lakh at the rate of rupees 80 per dollar after 3 months. This is date of contract. Is it all right? On this date, the spot rate was 70 per dollar, rupees 70 per dollar. On this date, the rate was not 80. Hitarth?
No, sir.
Why it is 80?
Sir, you written that spot rate is to 70.
Yeah, say let me write on
After 3
79,
months.
not 80, not 70, but 79. On today's date, what is the rate of dollar?
20 per, 80 per dollar.
Then, so what is 79 per dollar?
Sorry, the spot rate is 79 and after 2 months we will purchase it at 80.
Exactly. Try to understand. If you want $1 lakh after 3 months, and if you want to enter into such type of contract today, it is available at 80. But if you want to purchase $1 lakh today, it is available at 79. Let me write it down properly. It is available at 79. All right. So spot rate and forward rate are different. This 80 rupees you will be getting $1 lakh after 3 months. This 79 rupees you will be getting $1 lakh. If you want to purchase, you might be getting $1 lakh today. But you are not purchasing today anything. The spot rate is 79 per dollar. The settlement will be on which date? Try to concentrate. The settlement will be on 2nd May 2021. That is after 3 months. Is it all right? March, April, May. Yes. Is it all right? So on 2nd May 2021, there will be settlement. But before that, there will be 31st March 2021. This is closing of balance sheet date. Let me also give you the rate. The rate on this date is rupees 82 per dollar. The rate or closing rate. Sorry. And on settlement, again, the rate is rupees 85 per All right. This is the rate on settlement. This all are the rates, and we are going to learn journal entry regarding the same. Is it all right? Try to understand. I am going one by one with all journal entry. First journal entry on 2nd February 2021, when the contract was entered into. Sorry. See, what is the contract? After 3 months, I am going to get $1 lakh. I am going to get $1 lakh foreign currency receivable. Sir, we are never actually going to receive $1 lakh. Agreed. Is it all right? But the contract is this, that we are going to receive $1 lakh, and so we are writing foreign currency receivable. If you do settlement by delivery, you are going to actually receive it. Is it all right? How much dollar you are going to receive? $1 lakh. Now, receivable will be debited. You are going to receive $1 lakh. What is the price? 80. No. Today's price of dollar is 79 rupees per dollar. So what you are going to get after 3 months, today's price is 79. So what will be debited is 79. All right. This will be 79 lakhs rupees. Sorry. If the settlement was done by delivery, try to concentrate. You are going to get $1 lakh, whose price today is 79. It might be more later on, but right now the asset value is rupees 79. By getting $1 lakh, you will have to pay money. Is it all right? To bank? No. Today you are not paying anything. Whatever you are paying will be after 3 months, whether it is done by settlement or delivery, but it will be after 3 months. Is it all right? So it is not to bank. Is it all right? Then what? Forward contract payable. Creditors. Is it all right? But creditors word is used for goods. So which word I am using? Forward contract payable. How much? $1 lakh into 79, because I have debited by 79. The answer is again no. The payable is fixed. It is not going to change by your spot rate. It is not going to change by your future rate. This much amount you are going to pay 100%. Is correct. And so this will be at 80 rupees. This will be 80 lakhs. This answer is in rupees. There is a difference of 1 lakh rupees will be transferred to forward contract deferred premium. Even if it is debit or credit, the word used this premium. Is it right? Right now it is lost. Try to understand. Because you have agreed to purchase an asset which is worth rupees 79 today, and you have committed how much rupees is 80 rupees. This on 31st March will be transferred again to P&L account. Started. And so this is the journal entry on the date of recording this. Journal entry as on the date of recording this. Let me go to second date, which is 31st March. This is a closing date. Is it all right? This account need not be changed because it is remaining still 80 rupees. Is it all right? This is still remaining how much? 80 rupees. Is it all right? this foreign currency receivable is of 79 debited today, that is on the date of transaction. Now the value is 82. Now the value is 82. 79 is to be converted into 82. Concentrate over here. Foreign currency receivable. It was already debited by 79, but we want a debit of 82, so we will debit it by 3 rupees. $1 lakh, 82 minus 79. This is how much rupees? Is 3 lakhs rupees. All right. Now, what will be the balance? Let me ask to one person, Bhavya. What will be balance of foreign currency receivable in rupees?
Sir, 1 lakh rupees.
$1 lakh.
$1 lakh. Sir.
Into how much? In the terms of rupees? 82.
Sir,
First, how much rupees you have debited?
79.
79 lakhs. Now, how much rupees you have debited?
82.
82 minus 79.
So 82 minus 79. So 3.
3 lakhs. 79 plus 3 lakhs is?
82.
Sorry, 79 plus 3 lakhs is 82. Is it alright? So your total balance is 82.
Yes.
Of $1 lakh is nothing but 82 price. This profit will be transferred to P&L account. Is how much? 3 lakhs rupees. That's it. Now, why, sir, this foreign currency receivable, let me write it down over here. Foreign currency receivable will be having a balance of $1 lakh into 82, that is 82 lakhs rupees. You can verify it. Debit was 79, more debit is 3 lakhs, total is 82 lakhs rupees. Starting. Can anyone tell me why this figure in balance sheet should be recorded at 82 or 82 lakhs rupees? I have taught you this in first lecture.
Sir, it is monetary item.
Exactly. It is a monetary item. The receivable in money terms is fixed. What we are going to receive, what we are going to pay is the fixed. This is a monetary item and should be valued at closing rate. Should be valued at closing rate. Is it correct? And so, foreign currency receivable, the profit is always transferred to P&L account. Transaction, remember first lecture of AS11. Any transaction, whatever the differences are coming, are transferred to profit and loss account. On 31st March, one more entry will be passed because this we have not directly transferred it to P&L account. This forward contract deferred premium will be transferred to P&L account. Forward contract was 1 lakh rupees. Now, someone will tell me, sir, why it is coming profit over here? Concentrate. At what rate we have recorded? 79. What is the closing rate? 82. AS says that it should be recorded at closing rate. Is it correct? You were bullish or bearish? You were bullish. Because you have purchased. We have understood. If it is purchased, you are bullish. Market is bullish or bearish. On closing date, the rate was higher or lower? Higher. If the rate was higher, you will be always getting profit. All right. On next date, that is a settlement 2/5/2021. We are going to get $1 lakh and we are going to pay 80 lakhs rupees. Agreed. But it is a settlement by delivery. And what we are going to do is a settlement by difference. Anyone can put the mic on. I just want settlement by difference. I don't want journal entry. I want a settlement by difference. There is a counterparty. I will be receiving money or I will be paying money. Is it all right? What was the contract rate? 80. No one?
Receiving money.
Aman was first one. So Aman, you are bullish or bearish?
I am bullish.
Bullish from 80 rupees. Is it all right? All right.
Yes.
Market is bullish or bearish?
Bullish.
Which rate you have taken into consideration?
I have taken 85.
Exactly. Is it right? You should take 85 because the contract was of 80 and date of maturity, the contract is of 85. Is it right? So you are bullish, market is bullish. Tell me, you will be getting money, you will be paying money.
Getting money.
You will be getting money. How much?
1 lakh pound. Sorry, 1 lakh
Dollar into
5.
5. Exactly. It is 80 minus 85. Is it right? And so you will be getting 5 lakh rupees. You will be getting 5 lakh. Is it absolutely all right? Is it all right? Now, Aman, you are on the line. Now you will have to purchase $1 lakh from the bank.
No.
The answer is no. You will not have to purchase $1 lakh from the bank. All right. Try to concentrate the journal entry on settlement. Bank account debit. This is the only one thing happening. We are going to receive 5 lakhs rupees free of cost because we have entered into some type of contract. All right. Is 5 lakh rupees. All right. See, here comes the magic. Up till now, we have passed all the journal entries thinking that we are going to do settlement by delivery. But ultimately, the settlement is done by differences. Is that all right? So, we are going to receive 5 lakhs rupees. Is that all right? Now, $1 lakh is not receivable now. After this settlement, everything is over. Nothing is receivable, nothing is payable. Is it all right? So, we have recorded two things. One is receivable, another is payable. This both accounts should close. Foreign currency receivable was debit. To close it, I need to credit it to foreign currency receivable. I need to make it 0. Aman, you were on the line. Can you tell me what is the balance of this account? Now I want to make it 0, so I am crediting it. But how much I should credit it to make it 0?
82 lakh.
Not 79 lakhs?
No, because on closing date there was an increase of 3 lakh.
Exactly. Is it a total right now recorded is 82 lakhs, so it should be credited by 82 lakhs. Receivable is cancelled. Is it all? But the payable should also be cancelled. Now you are no longer paying 80 lakhs rupees also. Is it all right? So you have done a payable of 80 lakhs rupees. Credit. Now it should be debited and it should be cancelled. Foreign forward contract payable is how much? Is 80 lakhs. Sorry. Still there is a difference. The journal entry is not tallied. Is it all right? And what is the difference? Is 82 minus 87 is 5 lakhs. So it is 3 lakhs. 85 minus 82 is 3 lakhs. This will be also transferred to P&L account. As it is credit, it is a profit. If someone tells me, sir, how it is profit? On last recording date, when you have last recorded on closing date, your rate was 82. You are bullish. Now the rate is 85. There is a bullish of 3 rupees. You are bullish, market is bullish of 3 rupees. You will be getting 3 rupees. This is nothing but $1 lakh into 3 rupees. All right. And that is nothing but 3 lakh. All right. Sir, we are having a total profit of 5 lakhs. We are having a total profit of 5 lakhs. Is it all right? I absolutely agree. You are having total profit of 5 lakhs. Let me write down all P&L account. Where the P&L account is over here? Nowhere. Is it all right? Where it is over here? Credit. P&L account credit by 3 lakhs. P&L account debit by 1 lakh. P&L account credit by 3 lakhs. If you will net it off, credit 6 minus debit 1 will be 5 lakh rupees. Credit is nothing but profit which is ultimately transferred to P&L account. Not necessarily in current year, not necessarily in next year, but this is how AS 11 says you to record forward contract transaction. Alright. This is 5 lakhs. We were knowing what is the contract rate? 80. What is the settlement rate? 85. We were bullish. So there is a profit of 5 lakh rupees, which we have ultimately transferred to P&L account. Some in previous year, some in current year. Is it all right? But this is how the recording of transaction happens. When you are on record date, that is on the date of contract, you will be assuming it is settlement by delivery and writing down all receivables and payables. On closing date, the receivable will be again modified as per the closing rate because it is a monetary item, and on settlement date you need to do actual settlement by differences. So bank account will be debited or credited, and remaining account which were temporary will be closed, and remaining will be transferred to profit and loss account. Is it all right? So this is how a forward contract is recorded in books of accounts as on the date of recording, as on the date of closing, as on the date of settlement. Is it all right? Last example, and we'll end the session. Is it all right? I have sold $10,000 after 3 months from today. Today's date is 1st March 2021. I have sold $10,000 at the rate of rupees 70 per. Today's rate is, spot rate is 72 rupees per. Closing rate is 65 rupees per dollar. This is on 31st March. When the settlement will be done? 1/6/2021. The rate is becoming 80 rupees per. These are the. Let me explain you what is this. After 3 months, I am going to sell $10,000 after 3 months at a rate of 70, which is fixed today and is compulsory. Is it all right? This is a contract which I have entered into. This all are different rates which are given. And what is today's date is 1st March 2021. Start it. I am passing the journal entry directly. 1st March 2021. Now you are selling $10,000 to foreign currency payable. How much dollar is payable? $10,000. At what rate it is payable? 70. No. What is payable is $10,000. On that date, what will be rate? We don't know. But today's rate is 72. Today's rate is 70. Important. This should be at spot rate. In previous question, receivable was at spot rate. Before that, let me decide one student whom I'll be asking full question. Drashti. You're online, right? Alright, so this will be 7,20,000 rupees. Start it. Because you will be selling this $10,000, something will be receivable. Is it alright? Receivable in forward contract. Drashti, it should be how much? $10,000. As per my view, it should be 72 because this is 72.
It should be 70.
It should be 70 because this amount is fixed in rupees. Try to concentrate. What is receivable will be 7 lakhs only. It will not be 7,20,000 or any other rate. Is it right? We know this is fixed. But what will be the rate of this $10,000? We don't know. So we record it at current rate. Is it correct? You are absolutely correct. This will be at 70. Which will be 7 lakhs rupees. Start. And the difference is that deferred premium, which will be 20,000 rupees, which will be ultimately transferred to P&L account on 31st March. Start. So I will not be passing a separate journal entry for it. Start. Can Drashti, you explain me why there is a loss of 20,000 or 2 rupees?
Spot rate is higher than the forward rate. So
All right. Also, try to understand.
Today-
You are selling. Is it all right? You are selling something which is having a rate. Say you are selling this. Today's rate is 72 and you are deciding that you will be selling at 70. So there is a loss, a book loss. Is it all right? Not actual loss. Actually, the price after 3 months should be taken into consideration. But today, this is having a value of 72 and you are selling it at 70. Is it all right? So there is a loss. In previous case, you were purchasing this at 80, which is having a value of 79. This was having a value of 79 and you were purchasing it at 80. So there was a loss. Here, something which is of value of 72, you are selling it at 70. So there is a loss of 20,000 rupees. Start. Next date will be closing date. 31st March 2021. Start. You need to concentrate only the things which is variable, practically monetary. Start. This amount is fixed in rupees. So it should not be changed. This is monetary item should be changed. Drashti, you need to help me out. What is the closing rate?
65.
65. Your foreign currency payable right now is recorded at what rate?
72.
It be recorded at 65.
Yes.
Why?
Because monetary item.
Because it is a monetary item. Something which is credited with 72 and you want to make it credit 65. What you need to do? Can you tell me?
Reduced by 7 lakh.
Reduce by 7 rupees. So practically debit it by 7 rupees. Foreign currency payable account debit by 7 rupees. 10,000 is your base. So 70,000 rupees. Whatever is the difference is transferred to P&L account. 70,000. All right. Drashti, I in this case was bullish or bearish? Sold.
Bullish.
Sold is bullish.
Bearish, bearish.
Sure.
Yes.
You can see it on the screen. Purchase is bullish and so sell is bearish. All right. So I am bearish. Compare these two rates or these two rates, 72 and 65. Compare these two rates. On closing date, market is bullish or bearish? 72 and 65.
Market is bearish.
Market is bearish. You were bearish. Market is bearish. Believe me, there will be a profit. All right. You are bearish. Market is also bearish. There will be a profit. Last. It is on 1/6/2021. Sir, is this deferred premium to be transferred to P&L account? Yes. We have passed the journal entry in previous question. Here I have written in bracket that ultimately it will be debited to P&L account. This is a settlement date. All right. We need to do settlement. Drashti, you are online. You were bearish at 70 rupees. Now the market is bullish or bearish?
Bullish.
Now the market is bullish. If the market is bullish, you will have to pay the money or you will receive the money.
Give them money.
Pay. How much?
10 rupees.
10,000 into 10 rupees. Exactly. This rate and contract rate is to be compared. Is it all right? You need to understand the settlement by differences. Is it all right? So it is 1 lakh rupees which you are paying. See the journal entry. To bank, 10,000 rupees. Real account always is to be recorded. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. It is 1 lakh rupees. All right. These two accounts were temporary. So it is to be closed. What is this account right now also is same. Receivable in forward contract 7 lakhs we have not touched. It was debited. Now it should be credited. It will become 0. 2. Receivable in forward contract 7 lakh rupees. All right. This account credit was 7,20,000, debit was 70,000. So net credit is 6,50,000, which now I need to close. So I need to debit foreign currency payable. What is the balance? 7,20,000 minus 70 is $6,50,000. Or $10,000 at closing rate. $10,000 at closing rate, which is nothing but 6,50,000. Now that two accounts which were temporary are closed. The difference, there is 8 lakhs rupees. This is 1,50,000 will be debited to profit and loss account. This will be debited to profit and loss account. Start it. You will say me, sir, I have contracted at 70. I was bearish. On the date of settlement, the price was 80. Market was bullish. I will be having a loss of rupees 10 on a base of $10,000. So my loss should be 1 lakh. I totally agree with this. This calculation is correct. Sir, then why we have passed weird type of journal entries? Because this is told by AS11. And try to understand, this 1 lakh rupees loss is spread over 2 financial years. 2021, that is 2021, as well as 21-22. Then the loss of 1 lakh rupees will be written in 2021 or 21-22. This is solved by AS11. Otherwise, if you summarize this journal entry, all the journal entry, whether of previous year or of current year, if you summarize it, believe me, what you will be getting. Let us do it. Sorry. Let us summarize this. This is temporary account which is cancelled. What is remaining is P&L account debit 20,000 on 31st March. P&L account debit 20,000. P&L account credit on 31st March 70,000. P&L account credit 70,000 on 31st March. On 1/6, P&L account debit. On 1/6, P&L account is debited by 1,50,000. Bank account is credited by 1 lakh. So these are two different years. On 31st March 2021, we have net credited 50,000 rupees, written a profit of 50,000 rupees. And then we have written a loss of 1,50,000 rupees in 2021. Sorry, 21-22. We have recorded a loss of 1,50,000 rupees. So in previous year, we have recorded a profit of 50,000. Now a loss of 1,50,000. So net there is a loss of 1 lakh which is recorded. But in which manner it is recorded? Last year profit of 50,000, current year loss of 1,50,000. And you have paid on 1/6 1 lakh rupees. So ultimately credit is 1 lakh rupees. So if you net the journal entry, it is P&L account debit 1 lakh to bank 1 lakh. And this is what is your settlement. You are paying 1 lakh rupees, which is your loss because you have entered into this forward contract. Sir, now I will not be selling that $1 lakh or $10,000, or now I will not be purchasing that $1 lakh. Yes, but it will be from market. The journal entry will be as good as you are purchasing any other product. But this is how the settlement of forward contract is to be done. Now, you will find any question in CA final, in intermediate. These two questions are exhaustive. You can, in foreign currency, you can either take a purchase forward contract, you can either take a sale forward contract. Purchase forward contract you are bullish, sale forward contract you are bearish, and both type of question we have exhaustively covered. What can be changed now is amount, rate, and currency. Instead of dollar, it might be pounds, or it might be Chinese yuan, or it might be Japanese yen, and practically it may be anything. But variable might change, the question will remain same, and journal entries will remain same. This is end of forward contract under AS 11 and recording of forward contract under AS 11.